Hi again. It's been 3 days, I think. This is the third day. And I missed the 2 day rule this time. The reason being, first of all, I'm getting lazy. And second of all, I didn't really have that much to say. I mostly wanted to finish up the things that I was doing. So let's get through those 2 points. First, getting lazy. So what do I mean by that? I think that it's getting really hard for me to focus on stuff if I'm not really forcing myself into it. I'll give you an example. Today, I finished like 90% of what I was doing for the past 3 days. And that's just because I sort of forced myself to sit down and actually do it. And I was convincing myself for about 2 hours, and then it just kicked in and I just finished everything. But I really wasn't looking forward to filling out all that stuff because essentially it wasn't doing voice acting. It was setting up the Fiverr page. It was organizing the SEO. It was setting the pricing. It was messing with all these little dials, and it's not really something I was looking forward to doing for, the second week in a row. So I just didn't want to do it, and I was putting it off for 2 days. So I finally managed to finish it today, even though I had the recordings yesterday. I just couldn't, I wouldn't budge. And in a way, I'm not sure if I should motivate myself more or just watch more motivational videos, because for some reason they really work for me and they get me pumping and want to do more productive work. But after a while, it was just apparent that I had to finish it, so I just set myself a deadline that by today I would have them done. And at that point, I just started doing other stuff as well. So I have the script ready for my podcast, which I'll hopefully record tomorrow. Yes, I know, like the last 10 videos are me saying that I will hopefully have something done by tomorrow. But yeah, I think I'll upload a few videos of the stuff that I did just to have it in the archive, just to be able to look back in a few years. And also, I have a little video that I want to finish today, which hopefully will be good by then. But other than that, it's just, I was thinking about whether it's just me being lazy or me having a ton of free time. But I have to say that the past 3 days have been really infuriating for me, because at the end of the day, I looked back and I thought, hey, you didn't do any of the work that you wanted to do that day. So how would I put it? I think the fact that I wanted to do something and then I didn't do it is what made it worse. The fact that I had a deadline for it and I just kept extending it. Because I have it in my calendar like a little boop, and then I just move it to the next day and the next day and the next day. And I saw it recurring, the same thing over and over again, and I was really getting mad at myself. So I think I'll have to force a schedule more in a way. And I think that once I get through that initial barrier of not wanting to do it and I start doing stuff, then that's I automatically just go into a mode where I can do more. That's how it's been so far. So I'll have to keep trying that for the next week. Today was the first day of me trying, and it worked pretty well. Hopefully you'll be able to see the results. And as for the rest, what kind of stuff I did, it was setting up the Fiverr account into multiple. So the way it works is you put up a project, which you can do. And at first I had one big project. So I will do a voiceover, and in that project, you could see the details. Like, it can be an American one, a British one, an accented one, a Russian one, I don't care. So what I did now is I found that you can have up to 7. So I thought up how I would divide it into 5 different ones. So now I have an American voiceover, a British voiceover project, a Russian accented one, a character one, which is just for fun, and one more, which I forgot, but that doesn't matter. Yeah, a Slovak one. So I made separate videos for each one. I made separate tags for each one, and I just had to play around with it a little bit. I copy-pasted most of it, but I had to think about each one separately, and that was also, I don't know, I didn't want to do it for some reason. It felt like busy work or something that is not related to what I want to do. But in a way, like selling anything is a big part of what I do, of what most people do. And that's why I was also surprised to learn, which is, okay, the third part is me being surprised to learn that, like, I don't know about this, my girlfriend doesn't know about this, and many people just don't know how they would sell themselves online or anywhere. So let's say you're an employee. Well, you're a good employee and that's that. But once you have to sell the work you do on a project per project basis, so that means finding new clients and doing one-timers for them, it becomes like really hard to know, like using the right words, creating a profile, what kind of video, what will I say in the video, how will I present myself, the pictures, if, I should be wearing some formal clothing, or how do I address that? What's SEO? Like, that took me a long time, and I had the advantage of knowing it from corporate, and I still had to spend some time, like, understanding how the hell it works. And these are becoming so commonplace now, and it's not like we don't get the details. Like, okay, you don't learn about SEO. Like, we don't even get the concept of using words that are commonly used, like the jargon, or however you say it in English. The jargon, I think. So we barely even learn about that. And that makes me, so frustrated. Why do people not talk about it more? It's such an important skill. And anytime, like, suddenly you would want to do just one side project. And it becomes like you having to learn everything from scratch. It's like an alien dimension. Like me wanting to go into physics now, I would have to start from scratch. Why do I have to do that in terms of me going online and selling? Like pricing, watching competition, anything, finding where the work gets done. Like I didn't even know where to start. And that makes me really frustrated that it's so, I don't know. It has the disadvantage of not being intuitive in the first place. So it makes me that much more confused when it's so important that nobody talks about it until you start like looking into it. And then I had to spend hours just to find all the details. And that is like, I don't know, it boggles me for some reason. Anyway, that's about it. So that's been the last 3 days. The next 3 days are probably going to be the first podcast episodes and waiting on orders. Because the Upwork ones that I uploaded during the weekend, nothing happened. Like dead. So I'll have to wait and see if the new Fiverr products or projects are doing well. They're called gigs, I think. So if the Fiverr gigs are doing well. And I'll have to see whether they're well written or... I'll probably have to make a new picture. So probably like, I don't know, the British, I thought about the British version, the British gig, that I would just get a top hat and a monocle and just make fun of it. Just really stereotypical British, just so it's in your face about what it is. For American, I don't know. Go into a zoo and take a picture with a bald eagle, I guess, and an American flag. So I might have to think about stuff like that, but because the usual photo doesn't cut it. Me in front of a mic is nice, but it doesn't cut it. So maybe like a little montage of different shit. I'm having fun with this, honestly. Like now that I got into it, the fact that I recorded it and had fun with it, that I made different voices and just wacky characters, and then thinking about these pictures, it's like, this is what I was looking for. The days where I work and I'm having fun with it and I can laugh. Yes, at my own jokes. I know. Really good. Great. I'm totally not antisocial. But it's still something that I was really looking forward to. And now that it's happening, I really appreciate it in the moment. And it's a really nice feeling. So whatever you're doing, I hope you get to experience some of those moments in the week as well. And other than that, I don't know. I'll check next time and let you know about any new projects that are coming up. Anyway, that's it for today. Have a great evening.